Smack Talk Nation, what's up? Welcome to another episode of the Smack Talk Show with Pro Stock Joe. 90 minutes of non-stop grudge game news and entertainment dedicated to the most exciting of all motorsports. And that, my friends, my very, very good friends, would be Grudge Racing. And if you don't know, woo-wee, now you know. All right, guys, conversation topic for today is going to make a little bit of sense out of the nonsense. And well, this is a test run. I'm thinking about taking the Smack Talk radio show to YouTube so that we can get up to speed with the 21st century technology, and because we're way behind with that. So this is a test run right now. I think you guys can interact with me a little bit here. Not sure. Let me see if you guys, I see a couple of guys have signed on. So if you're on, go ahead and leave a chat. Let me see, say something. Holler at me if you can hear me. Okay, I said something over here. There you go. You just work down to the bottom to the right side. You can talk. You can say something. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay, what's going on? Understanding, enlightened. Okay, good deal. I'm trying to figure out if this is a viable format for me to do the radio show from now on, because doing it. Where's my thing at? Trying to fix my dang on my chair. There you go. Trying to be able to lean back. All right, Jose Cruz, what's going on? Milk Fast, what up, Milk? What's good with you, doctor? Mr. Sean, what's going on? Pierre Jackson, what's good? Window, too much light coming in for that window. Okay, good deal. Let's close this up. All right. Is that a little better? Is that a little better? Let's fix this a little bit. Yeah, I'm trying to find out if it'll be a good thing if we start doing the radio show on these. So there's a couple of things I got to figure out because I got to see if we can bring guests on. That's what I'm trying to do now. Let's see if we can bring a guest on. Let's see if we can bring a guest on. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I see we got a few people here. I'm trying to figure out if we can bring a guest on. I'm not sure. Let's see what this is. Oh, okay. No, I don't want to send a super chat. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm trying to figure out whether or not we can do the radio show from this. So, but anyway, just making some sense out of the nonsense. Let me just go ahead and make some comments. Richard Moses, keep up the good work, Pro Stock. We appreciate it. Richard Moses, Pierre Jackson, we appreciate it. Cody Hunt, what's going on, Dr. Worth LA? I can't call everybody's name because I'll be doing that all day. I apologize for that. From the Loves Performance Center, thank you very much. Okay, I understand. We appreciate you guys. Okay, appreciate it, Jose. So the question now, the thing that's on my mind, the sense out of the nonsense, is this. Why is it that so I was talking to the guy before, well-known guy, and he was complaining that about he was in a grudge race. He got locked in. Everybody knows that there's a difference between grudge racing and drag racing. Okay, grudge racing and drag racing. Drag racing is you follow the rules. Grudge racing is pay to play, no rules. Drag racing, pay to play. You got to bet money, no rules. Drag racing. That's it. Every grudge race is a drag race, but not every drag race is a grudge race. So that's the setup. We take that from the rip. Take that from the jump. Every grudge race is a drag race, but not every drag race is a grudge race. Now, shootouts are almost always, with one or two exceptions, almost always shootouts are almost always drag racing. They're not grudge racing. They're not pay to play, no rules drag racing. Now, if you say to a guy, okay, you and I are going to run at, let's say, 3 o'clock, and we don't get to before, and then we both get in a shootout, and we don't get to run, or we don't get to run before 3 o'clock, and we happen to meet up in the shootout, and you say, okay, yeah, let's do it in the shootout. Okay, that's a grudge race. Or if you say we'll do it after the shootout's done, and we happen to meet up in the shootout, and you change the time and say, okay, we'll do it now. Okay, bam. But you had already set up all your rules. You set up all your steps. Everything was done. It had nothing to do with nobody else telling you what to do or following nobody else's rules. That's a grudge race. But now you happen to get into a shootout and you say, let's do it now. Good. I know I repeated that, but I just want that to be clear. Those are the only 2 times when you set up another grudge race and you happen to be in a shootout and you meet up and you say, let's do it now. That's the only time it can be a grudge race in a shootout. Okay, got that stated. So now he says, and again, I'm talking about Crazy Horse. I'm talking about Crazy Horse. I'm talking about Sammy bin Laden. He says that we had a grudge race locked in. He pays the DP. He pays the DP. Now we meet up in the shootout. We meet up in the shootout. He doesn't want to bet any money. Doesn't bet any money, but he wins. I spin the tires. He wins the shootout, right? He wins the shootout. And now people are saying he beat me in a grudge race. And he was saying, man, we got to do something about everybody thinking that shootout racing, drag racing is grudge racing, because it's not, and there are a lot of things that you can point to that, we got these events that call themselves Grudge Fest, and in these Grudge Fest, you know what, they feature shootout racing, and there's nothing wrong with shootout racing, drag racing. They feature drag racing, no time drag racing, and then they have 2 or 3 grudge races, and they call it a Grudge Fest. Now, I'm not sure if that's the right word if that's to call it. Okay, that's right. Please explain the difference between, because they don't know. Richard Moses. Okay, good deal, man. Bro, either you there to grudge or run a shootout. Totally different. Yeah, and then sometimes you can do both, and that's fine. But the problem is that people get confused. Like, okay, the average fan, right? The average fan, they see 2 cars going down the track. Sometimes, if there's not a really, really great announcer there, hint, hint, but it's not really a great announcer, Willie Dog, I give him his props. Extreme Motorsports, I give him his props. Rock Bates, I give him his props. So if they don't know, if they don't know that it's that they think that no time racing is automatically grudge racing, and it's not. No time racing, lights off, clocks off. It's not necessarily grudge racing, especially when it's in a shootout, particularly when it's in a shootout, that it's not necessarily grudge racing. Like I said, only 1 case where you've already planned a grudge race before or after the event, and you guys happen to, you're going after that money, you're going out in the shootout to get that money, and you happen to meet up, so you say, fuck it, let's do it now instead of doing it twice. Bam, okay, fine, that's a grudge race. But he was saying we got to do something about this. So there's a couple of things you can point at. You can point at the fact that a lot of events promote, they call themselves a grudge fest. A grudge fest. Now, a grudge fest is an event that's going to highlight grudge racing. That's going to highlight grudge racing. I'll put some light on myself. I can't see myself that good. Is that a little bit better? That's going to highlight grudge racing. That grudge racing, or the featured event, grudge racing is everything we talk about. The shootouts are in a separate category. The shootouts are for fans. Let's keep the fans satisfied while we wait for the grudge racing to happen. I'm only going to stay here about 10 minutes, guys. This is just a test. Like I said, I had something on my mind this morning. I thought, let me go just do a quick run. I want to know how we can play commercials, and if you guys can hear the audio good enough, because I'm going to let a song play or something play, whatever the case might be, and I want to see if you guys can understand, what the thing is saying. I'm going to bring up a radio commercial from my radio show, and I'll see if you guys can understand what it's saying. So well, that's not going to be it right there. But anyway, the point is that we have to do something about it. Do we need to call the no time events? Do we need to call them different than the Grudge Fest events? Because grudge racing, no time drag racing, it's not the same now. It's not the same. It looks the same. Just like softball looks like baseball, but it's not the same now. Softball, they got a little different rules in softball than they do in baseball. So they look the same, only they're not the same. So what do you guys think? Give me some feedback on that. What do you guys think? I'm trying to figure out how to bring somebody on here. I'm trying to figure out how to let me play a commercial real quick, and let me see if we can play a commercial real quick, and let me see if you guys can hear it. Okay, did everybody I see we got some more people on here. That's cool. I need to get some feedback on that. What do you guys think? Do we need to change the no time drag racing events? Do we need to change them and call them something different than the Grudge Fest? Because everybody calls their event a Grudge Fest. And is it really a Grudge Fest when it's a no time drag racing event? Let me hear your feedback. My computer ain't working too good. Oh, that's probably because I got the microphone on. Yeah, that's it. No time event. A no time event. All right, guys, talk to me a little bit here. Help me out here a little bit. Help me out, guys. Listen, this is interactive. This is social media. It's interactive. It doesn't work well if you go on a post and you type something and nobody don't respond. Then that's the same thing as what's happening right now. Like I said, I'm talking to you guys. I'm talking to the Grudge Race world, drag race world, Grudge Race world, but not. I'm not a drag race dude. I'm a Grudge Race dude, and so I know a little bit of drag racing, but I'm a Grudge Race dude. That's totally, like I said, it's different. Do we need to name that something? Because the fans are getting confused. I mean, this dude was really upset, Sammy, because they were saying that he got beat in a Grudge race because it was a no time race. It was at the same event. They were supposed to have a Grudge race at one point in the day. It's like JB does. He doesn't call his Grudge Fest. Wow, what does JB call his events? What does JB call his events? That's interesting. What does JB call his events? What does JB call his events? Let them know that a true Grudge fan will come to the track, spend $20, and be happy with seeing 2 to 3 Grudge races. Drag racing fans need a shootout to enjoy this at the track. You're absolutely right, Mr. Sean. Sean 634 boys. What's going on, Doctor? There needs to be a distinction between a Grudge event and a no time event. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I agree with that 100%. I agree 100% with that. But how do you do that though? What do you do? What are you going to call the no time event? Because people automatically think that a no time event and a Grudge event is the same. We run a lot of 10-5 shootouts, and after the shootout is over, you can normally get a Grudge race at the event is over. We do it all the time. And again, there's nothing wrong with that understanding. There is nothing wrong with that. We have no problem with that. But what this guy had a problem with, and I have a problem with it too, keeping it real, is that most people believe that no time and Grudge are the same. You don't have to use the word no time when you say Grudge race, because that's automatic. You don't have to say a male man, because that's redundant. A man is a male automatically. You don't have to say a male man. So you say no time Grudge, that's redundant. Grudge is no time, period. You don't have to say the word no time. So when you have to use the word no time, you're talking about no time drag racing. No time drag racing. So what name, what else can they call it? These commercials won't play on this. I don't know why. Interesting. I'm trying to put a commercial in to see if we can get one to play, but No. Okay. We'll make history against 13 drag. That's right. Carlos, well, Dion, Kennedy, and Tommy. Wait, let me just say real quick. Can you guys hear this? Can you guys hear this? So come help us make the sweet wine and action pack. Drag racing, drag racing. Donations to win drag race appetite for the very better. Sticky no more shootouts. And all that rock for the right to win the shootout and street time fun. I would be with this if I did not mention the brand new One Nation shootout. I love you too, Cliff. And they Delaware and surrounding locales. Listen, I've got a treat with you. Has a weird echo, yes. Okay. Professor, what's going on, Doctor? Loud and clear. Oh, close. Oh, you stupid. All right, good. Okay, so that was what I was worried about, being able to hear, because people, I have a promotions company. Smack Talk Promotions is what we do, and we have to play the commercials for the upcoming events, along with making videos that you guys watch all the time that we do here. So I'm not messing with you. I hear it, but it's hard to understand it. Okay, we'll work on hanging in there, partner. Okay, Professor, good deal, baby. Number love, man. Number love. We appreciate it. 352 Jalen. Number love. Team Energize should stop saying no time grudge event and should say grudge event, since no time is a given. Well, this is what I'm saying, Energize, is that grudge racers don't say, when you have a grudge fest, you look at all the posters on the wall I got right here, right? You look at all the posters I got on the wall right here. These are all the events that I've done over the years, right? Me and the NGRA, and me and World Class Grudge Racing, which was my first name and still is. But the word no time or N/T does not appear on any one of them. I mean, you can look over here, World Grudge Nationals. The word no time does not appear on any poster that we've ever created for any of our events. The word no time does not appear because it's a redundant word. We don't say, Jose Cruz, what's going on, doctor? We don't say no time because it's redundant. It's like saying a male man or a female girl. You don't have to say it. A female's a female, a girl's a girl. So we don't say no time this or no time that. You automatically know it's no time as soon as you hear the word grudge. Exactly. But here's the problem. When we say Grudge Fest for our events that we have, right? Then they say for their events, when they say, hold on, I'm gonna put Ben Laden on the phone, see if you guys can hear him. Hey, Sammy, I'm on the air talking about what we just had the discussion about a minute ago. About. So remember what I told you real quick? I did it. You stupid. All right. Hey, log into Smack Talk TV online on YouTube. Log into Smack Talk TV, and we're doing a live stream right now. So we can put some of those comments up there. You other promoters saying no time. Yeah, other promoters are saying, Lord to the have mercy. What's up, little Draco? Sammy, call in on YouTube. I'm gonna see if I can add a caller on this live stream. On YouTube, Smack Talk TV on YouTube. We're doing a live stream right now. All right. Good deal. All right, that was Crazy Horse Ben Laden right there. So here's could you cut the heat? I mean, cut the air down. It's too hot in here. Please cut the fan off. Star Weeks, my assistant, Star Weeks. Okay, so that is the problem. They say no time grudge, right? They say no time grudge, and they say no time shootouts. That just means no time drag racing. So the problem is that the two are getting confused. They're confusing the two things, and Team Energize, I don't know who that is. They say hi, Star. She said hi. But anyway, so but the thing is, like I said, what is the name? I mean, okay, of course we can't tell nobody what to do. We can't tell nobody how to run their business and nobody what to say, and a lot of, you know, slick marketing and slick advertising. We can't make people do it. Mama, smell those ribs, little Draco. Who the hell is that? I don't know these names over here. I probably know who you guys are. You got to say your real names because I don't know who. Oh, Wallace from Virginia, Team Energized. Wallace from Virginia, and I think I know him. From, Wallace? Yeah. So we appreciate you joining in, Doctor. But like I said, we're not gonna. Okay, I know who you are, Milk. But AJ from Maryland. White Plains, Little Draco, AJ from Maryland. Okay, good deal, man. Good deal, good deal. So what is the new name that we call uh that because I mean we're gonna continue to say Grudge Fest because that's what we got. But I mean, it's okay. Is it the same if my event or one of our events, you know, is highlighting grudge racing? We got 5, 6, 3, 4, 5 grudge races lined up, and then we got 2 or 3 shootouts for entertainment, fan entertainment, right? That's not what they came in to see, but we're gonna let them see that while we wait for the grudge races to get here. You know, like I said, real grudge fans, they see 2 or 3, 4 or 5 grudge races, and bam, you're happy, you're satisfied. That's what you're coming to see. But when you go to a no time race, when you go to a no time race, you're looking for action all day long. You're looking for sheer action all day long, and that's what you're doing. And then you got 2 or 3 grudge races, you know, just as an afterthought. So one highlights grudge racing, the other one highlights no time shootouts. Is, you know, do you go to the one with Thunder Goat and Jeff Rogers? Thunder Goat and Jeff Rogers. I don't understand the question. Did I go or do you go? I mean, I know both of those guys. I've seen them race before, I believe. I've seen both of them race. I don't know if I've seen them race each other, but I've seen them race before. But Little Draco. But anyway, the point is, what do we start calling? What do we do about it? What do we, the people, the disseminators of information, what do we do to distinguish one from the other? How do we distinguish? I think he means this past weekend in Capitol. No, I wasn't there this past weekend in Capitol. I wasn't. I was supposed to be there tomorrow, but that event got canceled. It got postponed to September the 8th, I believe. September the 8th is the race for that. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to be at Thunder Valley or 710. I'm going to be at one of those two. I might just drop in for a little bit. Appreciate it, Chloe. But the end of the day is, what do we call those things? What do we call those things? Something for everybody to think about, somebody to put on your brain. The Smack Talk radio show is on every week on Monday at 4 and Thursday at 4, from 4 to 5:30. From 4, it's a 90-minute show. So I think from the reception that we're getting here, I'm going to do a couple more tests, but I think I'm going to end the radio show as we know it. I'm not going to, at the end of this month, I'm not going to renew my subscription. I'm not going to renew that anymore. So we're not going to do the radio show on the radio anymore. We're going to do the radio show online, and I got to just figure out. I'm going to figure out how to bring guests in. That's the only thing I don't know yet. How to do that? How to bring guests in, and if I can figure that out, participants, pop out chat, toggle timestamps. Oh no, that's not what we want. Okay, well we'll figure out how to do those things, and if we can get those figured out by the end of the month, that's what we're gonna do. That's a hard call to name an event. Really, when we have a grudge event, we need to continue to highlight those teams that are racing. Contact YouTube, bro. They can explain it. Okay, good deal, Milk. We appreciate that. But listen. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I mean, it's hard to name an event, but I'm saying if we got to start calling it something. We got to start calling it something. Like everybody used to say that no time shootouts take too long to complete due to the long track prep when there is an all down all crew. I mean, yeah, I mean that's That is true. That is true. But I mean, I wouldn't, like I said, the no time shootouts. I mean, I like a good 8-car shootout, 16-car shootout to, like I said, to help entertain the fans. Entertain. I always use the word, if you look in my commercials or when I talk about it, I guess the same way you explain to fans that Grudge race is a drag race, but every Grudge race is a drag race. Education, educate the fans. Okay, good deal. Depends on what track energized. Track energized. Some faster than others to clean up. This is true too, Cliff. But yeah, educating the fans that every drag race is a drag. Okay, yeah, we got to keep saying that. But I think, I need help. We need help. The Grudge game need help from you guys, because the Grudge game is going to suffer if we keep on allowing the no time racers to collect all of our props and all of our praise because of the radio press. Yeah, if like I said, if people are calling what we're doing, they're not going to be satisfied with 2 or 3 Grudge races anymore. They're not going to be satisfied with 3, 4, 5 Grudge races. They're not going to be satisfied with that because they believe that when they see no time drag racing shootouts, they believe that's what Grudge racing is and not what it is that we do. Pay to play, no rules drag racing. You might see 3, 4, 5. If you see 7 or 8 or 10, you've had a great, great, great day. Joe, I understand if we did come up with another name, over time that name will be or become watered down or misunderstood. Others see that we have something special. They want a part of it. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. So I guess maybe there is no answer. Maybe there is. We'll keep fighting it. We'll keep doing it. Guys, I appreciate everybody for tuning today. Like I said, we're going to try and do the Smack Talk show, Smack Talk radio show online from now on. We're going to come up into the 21st century. We get to the digital age. So we're gonna phase the radio show out. We're gonna make sure that everybody has subscribed to Smack Talk TV on YouTube and So True Roads. Good deal. Will you be in Hattiesburg, Mississippi tomorrow for the Grudge Fest? I will not. I will not. I was. Okay, guys. This is what I do for a living. I only go where I get paid to go, where I get hired to go. That's where I gotta go make my money. So that's what I do for a living. I don't go just for entertainment. I don't go just to see races, although I mean it's best of both worlds. I get to see that stuff when I go, obviously, but I got to get paid wherever it is that I go because that's what I do for a living. And so Kendrick, oh boy, what happened to Tony Bynes? Ooh, Tony Bynes is away in college. He's studying his books right now. So he'll be back soon. I mean, we've all made bad choices and bad decisions, and sometimes we have to pay the consequences for those. So he's away in college, So, but he'll be back. Okay. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. That's what they always say. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. And I guess that's none of us. So we'll all be good. We're good. And we miss Tony Bynes, man. We love him. We miss him. I talk to him occasionally, and so good deal. So yeah, but yeah, so look forward to Smack Talk. Smack Talk Radio is going to be another a live stream deal. And from now on, if we can get it right, the live streaming that we do on Facebook, we're going to be doing it on YouTube. If we can get all the conditions met and get it all just right, we're going to be doing all of our live streaming on YouTube from now on. So tell all your friends, tell all your buddies, tell all your partners, and we'll get that done. So we appreciate all of you for tuning today. We appreciate all the comments, and we got some work to do to get to there, but I appreciate it, man. So go ahead and hit the like button, please. Hit the like button and like and share. Definitely appreciate it. Pro Stock out. Pro Stock Joe, and now you know what I know.